to 1CW Pro Wrestling. And we're going to start it off with our opening contest for the 1CW Bulletproof Championship for one ball.
Listen to that crowd, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mike Fresh with my favorite co-host, Jason Heat.
Well, thank you.
For 1CW Body Slamming Autism event, starting off with one of my favorite wrestlers in Bad Bad Banks.
The Bulletproof title will be on the line in this teacher versus student contest. Dilemma, Mike, whether it's being a parent or being a mentor, you create that which might one day supplant and replace you. Now, when you're a parent, you're doing that with love. When you're a mentor and a trainer of professional wrestling, you may care about your students, but you're also doing it for the money. It's the job. And there, I think, is an inherent fear of the day the next generation comes to take your spot. Bad Bad Banks has been to the top of the mountain before. He trained AK Willis, but I don't think he's ready to step out of the spotlight.
I don't think he's ready to step out of the spotlight, but I want to go back on that scenario that you painted. I would think, though, as a mentor, even in professional wrestling, even with the Bulletproof Champion, the championship where you are the most hard-hitting fighter in 1CW, to get beat by your student that you taught is the mark of a good mentor.
The question is, are you proud of your mentee? Obviously, there's nothing to be ashamed of AK Willis when it comes to his success, but for someone like Bad Bad Banks who wants so much to be an inspiration and proof that you can overachieve your circumstances, does he look at AK Willis as success, or does he look at AK Willis, who's basically a mercenary, a gun for hire, and see a man who maybe has sacrificed his morals and values in order to make it to the top? That's not the lessons we've learned from Bad Bad Banks.
That might be not the lessons that we've learned recently, but Bad Bad Banks has that Bad Bad name for a reason. He's walked that line himself. So almost, in a way, you could say that one of the reasons that AK Willis is the man that he is today, and like the man that he is today, that's when he was getting trained by AK Willis, when AK Willis was walking that line himself.
I hear your point, and I see it now. He is, in fact, walking the same path with Bad Bad Banks, but Bad Bad Banks is further down the winding way. So maybe the education continues. Maybe this is Banks teaching AK Willis, hey, when I taught you, I thought I had to be bad, but it's better to be good, baby, and I'm a better wrestler when I'm on this side of the fence.
And the master just drop-kicked his student out of the ring. Bad Bad Banks taking an early lead on the first part of this match, coming out strong.
Yeah, AK Willis, known for dominating all opponents, defeated his tag team partner and friend Jason Andrews beat Sean Carlson for the title, but Bad Bad Banks, that's a cat of a different breed.
Referee Bad Bad Banks breaks the 10 count. AK Willis sent into that ring post.
Slammed AK Willis' skull right into that steel ring post. And AK Willis is made of muscle. There ain't an ounce of fat on that man's body. But doesn't matter. There's not a lot of muscle protecting your skull.
Well, it looks like Bad Bad Banks is teaching AK Willis a lot of lessons today.
Every single hardest part of the ring in use. And there we see not even a 1 count fully.
Referee's doing pretty good out there. He's really, I like that he's really watching. When I look for referees, that's what I'm looking for. You feel like the referee is really into this match. He understands not only the stakes of it, but what just potentially how dangerous this is for both of them as Bad Bad Banks is starting to learn himself.
Yeah, you see the stylistic similarities between both these men and how they use the architecture of the ring to their advantage. Fantastic turnarounds by AK Willis, who now has Bad Bad Banks reeling on the ropes.
Just hammering away at Bad Bad Banks. AK Willis is one of, I've got to say, one of the bulldozers in 1CW.
This is a land of the heavyweights, land of the super heavyweights, and
Cover.
AK Willis
2.5.
definitely making some improvements right now on Bad Bad Banks. And of course, we can't forget that AK Willis is one half of the former longest reigning tag team champions in 1CW history, The Art of War, and now building an equal name in singles competition.
One of the things that I really like about this is while we've said, went down hard. While we've said that Bad Bad Banks has walked that line, it was
Cover right now. Slow. A little bit slow on that. Little bit slow. That could have been a 3 for AK Willis. He could make that argument right now. That really favored Bad Bad Banks.
But what I was getting ready to say is Bad Bad Banks was walking that line until just about a year ago when he lost that title. This is part of the redemption story, part of seeing Bad Bad Banks turning that corner. It's only really been recently.
Well, it's a question of who is the main character as Bad Bad Banks knocking
huge lifter
AK Willis out of the story entirely. Arm draped over.
We could have a new champion here.
It's always a question of speed of the cover versus quality of cover. And in that circumstance, with the arm draped over, Willis, as Bad Bad Banks made the decision, I just got to get my arm on him as quickly as possible, but there was no real pressure to speak of.
No, he wasn't stacking his shoulders. He wasn't making sure that, everything was a solid cover. He was just trying to get the job done. With that huge spine buster that we've seen from AK Willis.
Simmons spine buster by the Arsenal. So many weapons, but that's his favorite. Leg hooked. And Bad Bad Banks showing that resiliency that led him out of grave circumstances that he grew up in to become a champion fighter and professional wrestler.
And I can tell you, I've seen AK Willis put plenty of people out with that huge spine buster. It's not even just the jolt to the spine. You hit that hard enough, their head just bounces like a marble off that canvas.
I believe in my heart, AK Willis is a future 1CW heavyweight champion, but Bad Bad Banks has already been to that mountaintop before. This is the real question. Whose story is this right now? Is it the young up-and-comer, or is it the gunslinger coming for one more round with the title he helped define?
I think you were right when you said a future champion. AK Willis isn't just there yet. What happens at the end of this match might change my mind on that.
He may prove you wrong. AK Willis has been proving people wrong a lot of the time. He's very good at it.
Up. Bad Bad Banks with the flying knee. Going for the cover.
2
and 2.8, I gotta say, 2.8.
AK Willis has taken everything that Banks has had. Now that stomp on all these different body parts, trying to weaken the entirety of AK Willis. Not picking apart, not picking the target, just dishing it out everywhere, equal opportunity.
I've watched Bad Bad Banks for a while. This feels like something that he started doing with Ty Awesome. Going for the cover. AK Willis with the shoulder up. The resiliency of AK Willis on display right here.
Now Banks almost stalking, taking his time, picking his spot.
Bad Bad Banks fighting AK Willis. This is like Bad Bad Banks trying to figure out the best way.
Side effect. And AK Willis gets the foot on the ropes. Fantastic ring awareness by the young vet.
Great ring awareness. What I was getting ready to say is it's like trying to figure out the best way to break down a brick wall.
One brick at a time, man. One brick at a time.
Because trying to fight AK Willis is just like keep running into a brick wall over and over and over again.
No, it's like having a brick wall run into you over and over and over again.
AK Willis with a quick roll-up.
In the corner, though, the positioning is suspect, and AK Willis is trying to get an extra advantage. Great officiating catching that.
Great officiating, but I can't say that I blame AK Willis for that. You got it. Oh, putting his hands on the referee.
I can blame AK Willis for that. Putting his hand on an official is a good way to cost yourself a match.
It's a great way to
fine.
And a great way to cost yourself a match is by turning your back on Bad Bad Banks, taking him up. Just look at the ease. And AK Willis slide down the back with the roll up.
Yet again, rolling him up, and this time he's grabbed the tights, and the ref's face was nowhere in the vicinity.
And still, one CW Bullet Group champion, the Arsenal AK Willis.
AK Willis continues a dominant streak, but I think this is a real steal.
Oh, this was a hit job for sure by AK Willis. Bad Bad Banks should not feel bad about this. He lost only because AK Willis needed to pull out dirty tricks to beat the man who trained him.
I understand the point you're making, but I do think Bad Bad Banks should feel bad. I think he should feel real angry, real pissed, and come back and teach a few more lessons to his erstwhile student, AK Willis.